region number 7, Central Asia and the Caucasus. By Central Asia I'm referring of course to the former Soviet republics of Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, I'm having to read this out because I forget them, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan is a bit of an unusual one of those. It's settling, it's right down by the border with Iran and I think Afghanistan, and it's ruled over by an unusual man who he's not very democratic. They have, I think, a lot of oil and maybe gas, which some are keen to export. The main things about them are that they are rich in oil and gas, particularly Kazakhstan. They have this position in the center of the mass of Asia, which with China knocking at the door, well, China is inside, and also they have an uncertain grasp of democracy. It's a pretty troubled transition from decades of Soviet rule to anything resembling Western-style democracy, and people suffer under that. And the position is of course important for us because we have some bases for supplying Afghanistan there. China has founded this a Shanghai Cooperation Organization comprising China and these Central Asian republics and Russia, with Iran as a spectator, or whatever it is, a sort of attendant member. And it's a tricky thing to watch. China wants to develop the economy of Central Asia. They're building a railway from China through Russia to, well, I suppose that's not these republics, I think, to Europe as an alternative way for freight to get, so that it doesn't have to go by ship, which takes much longer around South Asia. And then the Caucasus, and the states in the Caucasus, Azerbaijan, Georgia and Armenia. There's oil here, and that has perhaps slightly distorted our insistence on human rights observance by the Azeris, by Azerbaijan, because there's a pipeline that's recently been built from Baku, from the Caspian, over the mountainous part of the Caucasus and down to the Mediterranean through Turkey. And people have been so keen to get this to work that they've turned a blind eye to some extent to human rights in Azerbaijan. You remember that Russia waged a war on Georgia while we stood by, which is very dicey. We're not keen to get into a war which might then progress to be a full-blown war with Russia. So it's an unsettled situation. There's also Armenia. I'm not really up to speed about Armenia, but I'd like to see the progress towards democracy in those three states: Azerbaijan, Georgia and Armenia. Thanks very much.